Forget everything you thought you knew about regional development. Lalmonirhat is not just building bases, it's building an entirely new strategic paradigm for Bangladesh by Forces Goal 2030. This isn't speculation, it's a deep dive into the blueprint for a transformation that will resonate far beyond its borders. Hello, and welcome to our channel, the Dhaka Diplomat. Today, we're diving deep into a major development shaking up the geopolitical landscape of South Asia. It's a story of ambition, strategy, and shifting power dynamics. Centered on a tiny but incredibly vital strip of land known as the Siliguri Corridor, Bangladesh is making a bold move right at its doorstep, and it has everyone, especially its giant neighbor India, watching very closely. So what's happening? Bangladesh is significantly upgrading its Lalmonirhat Air Base, which sits just a stone's throw away from this critical corridor. This isn't just a minor renovation, it's a key part of Bangladesh's ambitious Forces Goal 2030, a massive military modernization program. At the heart of this upgrade is the installation of a brand new, state-of-the-art air defense radar system. Why does this matter? Because a new radar in this specific location could be a strategic game-changer, fundamentally altering the security balance in the region. Let's unpack what this means for Bangladesh, India, and the wider geopolitical chessboard. First, let's talk about why the Siliguri Corridor is so important. Often called the chicken's neck, this narrow 22-kilometer-wide stretch of land is India's only land bridge to its 7 northeastern states, called Seven Sister. It's an incredibly sensitive and strategic choke point. Any disruption here could effectively cut off a massive part of the country, home to over 45 million people. The corridor is squeezed between Nepal and Bangladesh, with China's Chumbi Valley looming just to the north. For decades, India's military doctrine has been laser-focused on securing this vulnerable artery against any potential threat. Now, with Bangladesh enhancing its surveillance capabilities right next door, a new dimension has been added to this complex security equation. The Lalmonirhat Air Base, once a quieter outpost, is being transformed into a nerve center for the Bangladesh Air Force. Originally built during World War II, it's now at the forefront of the country's defense modernization. The upgrade is comprehensive. Satellite imagery reveals the construction of new hangars capable of housing modern fighter jets, expanded runways, and, most importantly, the installation of what appears to be a sophisticated long-range air defense radar. This radar system dramatically boosts Bangladesh's ability to monitor airspace. It means they can see further, detect threats earlier, and respond faster. From a national defense perspective, this is a logical and necessary step for a country looking to secure its own skies and project strength. For Bangladesh, this modernization is a point of national pride and a core component of its Forces Goal 2030. This long-term plan aims to transform the Bangladeshi military into a well-trained, well-equipped force capable of defending its sovereignty and contributing to regional stability. The upgrades at Lalmonirhat aren't just about placing a radar. They signify a broader aspiration. They enhance the country's military readiness against any potential threats, improve rapid response capabilities for both security challenges and natural disasters, and signal to the world that Bangladesh is a serious player in the region. Furthermore, such large-scale infrastructure projects often bring economic benefits, stimulating local development and creating jobs around the airbase. However, geography is destiny in geopolitics, and Lalmonirhat's location makes this more than just a domestic issue. The new radar's enhanced surveillance range will inevitably cover a significant portion of Indian airspace over the Siliguri Corridor and West Bengal. This has understandably raised concerns within Indian defense circles. The ability of a neighboring country to continuously monitor military and civilian air traffic in such a strategically sensitive area is a new variable that India's defense planners must account for. It changes the calculus for airspace control and forces a re-evaluation of existing defense strategies for the entire eastern sector. India will now have to be more mindful of its aerial movements and potentially invest in countermeasures to ensure its operational security isn't compromised. Adding another layer of complexity is the question of where this new technology is coming from. While details are not always public, it's widely reported that Bangladesh has been strengthening its defense ties with China. China has become a major supplier of military hardware to Bangladesh, offering advanced equipment at competitive prices. This includes everything from frigates and submarines to fighter jets and air defense systems. If the new radar at Lalmonirhat is of Chinese origin, it raises a different set of concerns for India. It's not just about Bangladesh's capabilities anymore, but about the potential for Chinese technology and influence to gain a foothold right at India's sensitive chicken's neck. This could be seen as part of China's broader strategy to increase its presence in South Asia, often referred to as the string of pearls strategy, which India views with considerable suspicion. So, how is this likely to play out? This isn't necessarily a prelude to conflict. Bangladesh has consistently maintained that its military modernization is purely for defensive purposes and not aimed at any specific country. It has strong and historically deep ties with India, and both nations share robust economic and cultural relationships. However, in international relations, capabilities often matter more than intentions. The new reality is that the strategic balance has been subtly altered. India's undisputed dominance over the airspace in that region now has a new challenger, however friendly. This will likely lead to a period of adjustment. India will almost certainly enhance its own surveillance and electronic warfare capabilities in the area to monitor the new radar and ensure it retains its strategic advantage. The situation also highlights the delicate diplomatic dance that countries like Bangladesh must perform. They need to balance their relationships with regional giants like India and global powers like China. By modernizing its military with help from China, Bangladesh asserts its sovereignty and strategic autonomy. It shows that it is not exclusively in any single country's sphere of influence. This can also attract further foreign investment and partnerships from other nations looking to engage with a rising, confident Bangladesh. It is a move that enhances national security while also navigating the complex currents of regional power politics. In essence, the developments at Lalmonirhat Air Base are a microcosm of the changing dynamics in South Asia. On one hand, it's about a nation's legitimate right to modernize its defenses and secure its territory. On the other hand, its strategic location means that every move has ripple effects that are felt across borders. It creates a new set of challenges and requires careful management and communication to prevent misunderstanding and mistrust. While some headlines might speak of rising tensions, the reality is more nuanced. It's a recalibration of the regional security architecture. The key will be how both Dhaka and New Delhi manage this new dynamic. Will it lead to a more cautious but stable balance of power, or will it fuel a cycle of competitive military build-ups? Only time will tell. What is certain is that the skies over the Siliguri Corridor have become a much more interesting and crowded place. We hope this breakdown gave you a clearer picture of this complex issue. What are your thoughts on Bangladesh's military modernization? Comments your thoughts. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into global affairs and geopolitics. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.